The camera fades in on a crowded diner late at night. Rain taps softly on the windows. A waitress in a worn-out apron rushes between tables, balancing plates with grace only years of hardship could teach. Her name is Emily. A man in a tailored suit walks into the diner, but this isn't where the story ends. It's where it begins again. Because months ago, Emily saved this man's life, and she never even knew his name. Now, he's here to change her life forever. Act 1, The Sacrifice. Emily Parker, 26, lived in a small town nestled between dusty highways and forgotten dreams. She worked 2 jobs to support her little brother, Jamie, who was 10 years old and still believed superheroes were real. Her morning started before the sun rose, cleaning motel rooms, and her nights ended at 1 a.m., wiping down the countertops at Mickey's Diner. She never complained. She couldn't afford to. One rainy Wednesday night, close to closing time, the diner's phone rang. It wasn't for an order. It was the local hospital. "Do any of your staff have O-negative blood?" the nurse asked urgently. "We have an emergency patient. Car accident. Young male. He's crashing, we don't have any more O-neg in stock." Emily didn't hesitate. "That's me. I'll be right there." She grabbed her coat, told her manager she had to go, and ran in the rain, soaked by the time she reached the hospital. She donated, dizzy and tired, then waited to hear if the man would make it. But she never got his name. After an hour, the nurse told her the patient was stable, thanks to her. She smiled weakly and left, thinking little of it. Just another thing to do in a hard life. She walked home that night with soaked shoes and a heart a little warmer. Act 2, Struggles and Strength. Weeks passed. Emily went back to her routine. She juggled bills, picked Jamie up from school, and ignored the eviction notices piling up in the mailbox. Her landlord wasn't sympathetic. "I need the rent by the end of the month," he growled one day, "or you're out." Emily nodded. "I'll find a way." She started selling her old books, skipped meals to make sure Jamie had enough, and picked up extra shifts wherever she could. She tried applying for a grant to get back to nursing school, her dream, but was rejected again. "You're strong, Em," Jamie said one night, hugging her tightly. "You're my hero." Emily cried in the bathroom that night, away from his eyes. But something kept her going. That night at the hospital stayed with her. She didn't know why, but helping someone like that reminded her she still mattered. That her kindness meant something. Act 3, The Return. 3 months later, Emily's life hadn't improved, but something strange happened at the diner. A sleek black car pulled into the parking lot. Out stepped a man in a dark coat, sharp suit, and searching eyes. He sat in her section. He didn't order food. He looked at her as if he recognized her. "Emily Parker?" he asked gently. She blinked. "Yeah. That's me. My name is Daniel Whitmore." The name meant nothing to her. "You donated blood 3 months ago. For a car accident victim." She gasped softly. "That was me." She dropped the coffee pot. Daniel smiled gently and helped her clean it up. "I didn't know who you were. The hospital never told me. I searched every blood donor in the area. It took me months to track you down." "But, why?" Emily asked, stunned. "Because you saved my life. And you didn't even ask for a thank you." Act 4, The Truth Revealed. Daniel Whitmore wasn't just any man. He was a tech billionaire, founder of a startup turned global empire. Worth billions. But he told her none of that right away. Instead, he came back every night for 2 weeks, sitting in her section, talking to her, asking about Jamie, about her dreams, her past. He was kind, warm, human. Nothing like she imagined a billionaire would be. And she began to feel something. a hope she hadn't felt in years. Until one night, her landlord showed up at the diner, humiliating her, shouting that she was being evicted the next morning. Emily cried. "I have nowhere to go." Daniel stood up, calm and composed. "You do now." He paid her landlord on the spot, 6 months' rent in advance. Emily tried to refuse, but he stopped her. "You didn't ask anything when you gave your blood. Don't start now." But he didn't stop there. Act 5, The Proposal. Daniel invited Emily and Jamie to dinner at a quiet, elegant house on the edge of town. It wasn't a date. It was something more. He had something to show her. When they arrived, there was a folder on the table. Emily opened it, and gasped. It was an acceptance letter. "You're in," he said softly. "Nursing school. Full scholarship. You start in the fall." Her eyes filled with tears. "How did you?" "I made a few calls. You've been overlooked long enough." Jamie ran up and hugged Daniel tightly. "Thank you, Mr. Daniel." Daniel knelt to Jamie's height. "You don't have to call me Mr. I'm your friend." Then he turned to Emily. "I didn't come here just to say thank you. I came here because something changed in me the day you saved my life. And something more changed when I got to know you." He took her hand. "I'm not here to save you. You already saved yourself. But I want to stand beside you, if you'll let me." Emily's voice trembled. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying I want to build a life with you. I've built companies. I've bought houses. But I've never had a home. Not until I met you." Tears streamed down her cheeks as Jamie grabbed her other hand. The rain tapped gently outside, just like the night they met. Epilogue, The Message. A year later, Emily graduated from nursing school. She didn't quit the diner right away. She said it reminded her of where it all started. Daniel and Emily built a clinic together in town, offering free healthcare to low-income families. Jamie grew up believing in superheroes, and he wasn't wrong. Because sometimes heroes wear aprons, not capes. And kindness? It always comes full circle. Closing line. One selfless act can change a life. And sometimes, it changes too.